Results of the best fights of the weekend, March 1st week 2023. Friday, March 3rd. Russian Murat Gassiev scored his biggest win to date in the heavyweight division by beating the undefeated American Mike Balagan in the second round. Now Gassiev will access the WBA top 15. In the undercard, Cuban Luis Miguel Bayona beat Muzaffar Rasulov. Moving on to the Jab Promotions card, Victor "Scarface" Reyes was unable to knock out inactive veteran Jose "Tigre" Cayetano in a featherweight bout. In the co-main event, Vicente Portillo scored a wide unanimous decision victory over the undefeated Angel Varela. Also on Friday, former super featherweight champion Roger Gutierrez returned to winning ways, after his defeat against Hector Luis Garcia, beating Dominican Henry Delgado in the second round. On Friday, these other results stood out. Australian Olympian Alex Winwood proved to be in another level than Indonesian Tibwa Manabiza, who was defeated by fourth-round KO. Without a doubt, Winwood is a fighter to watch closely in the light flyweight division. French national light heavyweight champion Marlon Brun avenged his loss to Cyril Joly with a wide unanimous decision, 100-90, 99-91, 98-92. British super welterweight prospect Jack McGann 8-5 KO-0-1 passed his test against Laszlo Toth, becoming just the second boxer to beat the Hungarian by stoppage with a fifth-round victory. Saturday, March 4th. Once again, the pressure from American Brandon Figueroa was too much for his opponent, this time former world champion Mark Magsayo, who ended up exhausted and losing by unanimous decision. Thus, Figueroa became the WBC interim featherweight titleholder and the next mandatory challenger for Rey Vargas. In the co-main event of the PBC event, the return of former world champion Jarrett Hurt ended with another setback to his aspirations, since he was beaten by 10th round TKO at the hands of the young Mexican Jose Armando Reséndez. The main card also featured a clash of undefeated middleweight in which Elijah Lorenzo Garcia beat Amilcar Vidal in the fourth round, thus entering a new phase in his career. In the prelim fights, Terrell Gausha knocked out Brandon Lynch in the ninth round, Trayvon Marshall defeated Justin Deloach in the third round and Samuel Tia beat the undefeated Enrico Gagokia by unanimous decision. Regarding the two world eliminators that took place in the United Kingdom, in the one at super lightweight Lewis Ritson had his umpteenth bad performance and was dominated and knocked out by O'Hara Davies, who thus placed himself behind Ismael Barroso in the queue to access the WBA super lightweight championship against the winner of the Puello Romero fight. As for the featherweight eliminator, Otabek Kolmatov imposed his punch over the less forceful Thomas Patrick Ward and knocked him down 3 times before a fifth-round TKO. In that way, Kolmatov made a statement regarding his objectives at the top of the division and became Mauricio Lara's mandatory challenger. Moving on to the matchroom boxing evening, Mexican lightweight Angel Tashiro Fierro knocked down Uruguayan Eduardo Estella 3 times to score a 7th-round knockout win, which will serve him to remain close to the summit of the WBO ranking, in which he is number 5, virtually number 3. However, it is evident that in a future big fight against an elite boxer in good shape, his technical and tactical flaws could have decisive consequences. As for the support, the favorites won and now will probably face steps up. Super featherweight Eduardo Nunez maintained his 100% knockout ratio with a second-round win over substitute Jesus Martin Seca, and Olympian Misael Rodriguez had to work hard to achieve a unanimous decision victory, 78-76, 77-76, 77-76, over Aaron Rocha. As for the card in Spain, local prospect Alejandro Moya lost his unbeaten record in an upset defeat, split decision, 116-115, 113-115 and 111-117, against French Walid Ouiza. With the win, Ouiza became European Union super lightweight titleist and got closer to a European championship. On the undercard, super featherweight Musa Golem defeated, 100-91, 99-91, 99-91, Mexican Abraham Montoya and super featherweight prospect Christian Yus prevailed by unanimous decision in his test against Argentinian Ryuquan Arce. These other fights also took place on Saturday. Agit Cabello reclaimed the European heavyweight belt by defeating the low-level Agran Smakisi, although there is no guarantee that he can avoid stagnating again. The rematch between Japanese bantamweights Kai Chiba and Keita Kurihara concluded with the latter avenging his previous loss with a second-round TKO. Thus, Kurihara conquered the OPBF belt and will return to the world rankings. Super bantamweight Angel Hafit Lobo Talavera saw his plans for the immediate future cut short at the hands of Eric Terrible Robles, who surprisingly only needed a round to knock him out. The very young Canadian flyweight Alexis Kubicki rose to the occasion against the Mexican Maria Salinas and defeated her by unanimous decision, 97-93, getting remarkably close to big fights in the division. Former world featherweight titleholder Sarah Mahfoud returned to the path of victory by defeating German Lara Ochman by wide unanimous decision, 100-90. Sunday, March 5. To finish the results article, in the evening organized by Promotions Zanfer, world bronze medalist Elner Abduraimov suffered his first professional defeat in the 7th round of a bout against Mexican Angel Daniel El Alemán Garcia, who now surely could receive an important opportunity. However, it is necessary to point out that Abduraimov's defeat was ultimately caused by a hand injury that prevented him from continuing. Regarding the welterweight clash between Ruben Eduardo Polito Aguilar and Ricardo Magic Man Salas, neither of them achieved victory, since the final result of the fight was a majority decision draw. More info and news at our website. Thanks for watching.